So I'm in Israel for 10 days for work, but I'm gonna see the sites, the computer programming sites, websites. I'll take you out to the balcony. You can see some of the city. The real stuff is like over there, the old city. I'm gonna go head out, check that out. So this is where I work. You go in through here, and then it's like a mall. And I work over here in the office part of the mall. Office building B. It's just an old wall, but it's a really old wall. I'm just walking around and there's a lot of little alleys like this. How many times have I turned around now? So I've been going to the old city a lot in the morning, and I just decided that I was going to sketch all of the gates. I think there's like 7 gates. So coffee and sketching in the old city. I'm out here drawing those gates. Oh, that's my train. Lots of hills and valleys, up and down. Lots of walls. It's a good place to put graffiti. Jericho and the Dead Sea, and the Judean desert, and the sunrise. Here we are, sunrise in Jerusalem. This is the old city with the wall, Al-Aqsa, and you can see the wall that goes around it that I've been walking around drawing the gates. Alright, now I'm back at the wall, actually in a cemetery, and right where this tree is, right behind this tree is where I was just at up there on the Mount of Olives, looking down. Tel Aviv. You going for it? In the train station in Tel Aviv. We're going back to Jerusalem to walk around all day. I got on the wrong train. I'm coming up to the Damascus Gate. There's a lot of walkways around the city walls. Very fun to walk around. Good walking this place. Lots of conveniences, like if you want to buy some meat and then buy some shoes, they got you covered. I'm in the old city, and it's like a giant pillow fort where there's just all sorts of branching off paths that go this way or that way, and then all of a sudden there's like these big markets that show up, and you always feel lost. Let's see if I can walk around it enough today that I don't feel lost anymore. I've got some small signs to tell you where things are at. This is like the Pokemon card equivalent, but for saints. Oh, you got a Saint Daniel with +5 to attack, +10 holiness. Saint John the Baptist with wings, bonus. And that one's banned in competition play.
هذاك نسكافيه والله عم تستحي وما ضاعتش كمان ضلاع على
Tons of little rooms in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. I'm in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and it's filled with all of these little rooms with altars and graves and rocks everywhere. It's more underground than I thought, but I think there's an above ground part too. Small cave. Gigantic road. I walked up through an Ethiopian church to get to part of the roof of the Holy Sepulchre. You see the other part over there. But this place is awesome. It's just a whole bunch of little chapels for different sects of Christianity all come together with their own paintings and iconography and everything. Very, very cool. I went to like 4 Christian church services that were all happening at once, and now I'm at the Western Wall at sunset. I feel like my whole trip is torn between really hurrying to get done with work, to get to someplace and walk around, and then just sitting, relaxing. I also want to say that this coffee is like perfect. It's like 6 ounces, lots of cardamom, lots of sugar, super hot. Lots of grounds at the bottom. It's wonderful. We're gonna do a review of the gates into Jerusalem that I know about. Tanner's Gate. This one's the Dung Gate. This one's the Gate of Mercy. 2 doors. Golden Gate. We're at Jaffa Gate. Everybody's favorite gate, Jaffa Gate. New Gate. That's Zion Gate. At the Lion's Gate, you can tell because it's got those lions on this door. I think I forgot Herod's Gate. I'm outside the Muslim quarter. I don't know if this one counts. I think there used to be a gate there, and these are like the ruins for the gate that went through. Alright, I don't know if we can get up there. Where these people are, those 3 arches, that's a closed off gate. Can't remember what that gate's called. Alright, so this one is Tanner's Gate, and that one's Dung Gate. And then that's the Dome of the Rock, Al-Aqsa. And this is me, just walking on the wall here. I'm hiking on the Ben Hinnom Nature Trail, the Gehenna Nature Trail. There's trash everywhere, just like there used to be. So authentic, so good. Brian told me I could find a Sony Trinitron if I just knew where to look. Baby. Alright, Jerusalem Old City's up there. Right now I'm on a nature trail in Gehenna. And it just started raining a little, just the barest bit. It's kind of awesome. It's really awesome. There's a farm here and a little waterfall. They've got some animals over there. I'm at the Pool of Siloam. There's a little spring, a little water coming out. This is the underground route, Hezekiah's waterway from the Pool of Siloam. And it's just underground and feels so cool because it's so hot outside. Highly recommend being underground and cool. 10 out of 10, Hezekiah. Nice work. This Hezekiah's tunnel is getting shorter and shorter. I can't tell if that's the alarm going off or not. It's also getting more and more narrow. So everybody remembers from the Bible that Absalom, David's son, turns against David and he turns into a giant pillar of rock monument. It's in the Bible. So I'm at the Kidron Valley in between Gethsemane and Jerusalem, and it's raining. Okay, this place has really got me. This is kind of awesome. This is the Kidron Valley, which is the King's Valley, which is where Abraham meets Melchizedek. It's where David flees from Absalom. It's where Jesus enters the city through those gates. Over there, these gates. And it's where these Christians are buried, and there's Jews buried on that hill, and there's Muslims buried all up there, all just waiting for the resurrection to come back through those same gates. It's awesome. Well, mosque just let out. I'm at the Lion's Gate. I've got some sort of beans. It's good. I guess this also counts as a gate now. I'm outside the Muslim quarter, and the service ended, and the whole quarter from one gate to the other, people were just heading out, and they're buying groceries and stuff as they go out. It's awesome. I'm picking up my lunch, and I heard good things about Tanur Bakery, so let's see. Jerusalem walking marathon. I stopped for lunch. I picked up some cherries, some olives, and then this bread with some sort of sesame za'atar sauce on it and a Coca-Cola. And I'm eating outside the walls. And then back to walking. It's 4 p.m. on Friday on Jaffa Street with all these businesses. And probably 9 out of 10 of them are already closed, and other ones are closing up shop for Sabbath. And dude, that dude on like a rented bicycle, I think. That's pretty awesome. He's getting ready for Sabbath in his way. Jerusalem on a Friday night, Sabbath. Pretty much everything's closed. I've seen a couple stores off the main way. And there's pretty much no cars that are running either. I've seen one car drive by. It's kind of crazy. After a day of walking, a gigantic plate of food. Can't wait. Okay.
The Jordan Valley, the place of Jericho, the Jordan River, and the Dead Sea. To hike, but we have to check all the time that it's not raining in Jerusalem because these floods can come. And we are reaching 0 level.
Quite the landscape change coming from Jerusalem that was all green through the valley, and just everything dies more and more and more, and then you see the Jordan Valley at the end, and it's all green again. I'm at a waterfall at the Wadi David in En Gedi. That's the main spring over on this side of the Dead Sea. Water in the desert is something else. Lots of little natural caves up in the rock here. Water source coming down. Good place to hide. Where David has been hid from Saul. So this up here is what it looks like from the outside, where it's just desert and nothing's growing, and you can see as it goes down, the life just gets more and more vibrant where there's more water.
Where do you think the bunny?
I'm at Masada, which is the summer palace King Herod built, and now it's just ruins, but all around it there's just valleys leading up to it. It's just on the high spot of a rock, and here's a video of some of the ruins, and you can see the deep valley that goes before this, and down there where those palm trees are, that's where we parked, and that water over there is the Dead Sea. Dead Sea. Doesn't look that dead. Local man gets into Dead Sea. Taken away by sea monsters. Alright, this is what we're doing here. Can I float and film myself? Baby! Dead Sea! Or I'm just really good at swimming all of a sudden. So that's Jordan, and that's Iman. And this is Israel, where I am. Me and that dude are chilling. We're on the same tour. Alright, so the way this works is that you go in there, you reach at the bottom, and you find some mud. And then you get out and you just rub it all over yourself. At least that's how I'm doing it. Thank you. I'm at the Dead Sea, I'm covered in mud. I'm becoming who I was meant to be. Alright, and now some poses. Good! Dead Sea poses! Okay. It burns so bad in your eyeball. Very, very bad. 10 out of 10 burning sensation. Back in Jerusalem, got dropped off from the tour, bought some hummus and bread. Now I'm just walking around. It feels so good to be out of the desert. In the train platform in Jerusalem, you go up or down 1,000,000 stairs to get there. Gotta go up to get to Jerusalem. Makes sense.
We got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got to Tel Aviv, got to the beach. Tel Aviv feels like Miami. I mean, I don't spend any time in Miami, but Tel Aviv feels like how I imagine Miami would feel from the TV shows I've seen about Miami, which is not a lot of TV shows, but sometimes you see like ads for TV shows about Miami. Tel Aviv feels like what I think Miami would be like from the ads for TV shows that I see about Miami. 10 out of 10. Sunset on the beach in Tel Aviv, the Mediterranean. I was just swimming in it over there. Gonna buy me a pizza, yeah. Eating some real quality hummus with egg. And some sort of eggplant thing too. Yeah. Eating shawarma on the train. On my way home,